Good day, good morning, good evening, my fellow casters, paranormal investigators, cryptid hunters, and Metazoo fam. I'd like to start the video off by saying thank you to my client for gifting me this beautiful mat from Caster Society. Love all the artwork and all the little beasties hiding in the background, from Loveland Frogman to Gumbaroo in the corner. You're not sure if you can see him in this video, but this is just a beautiful playmat. Also gifted me this Cryptid Nation booster box. Cannot wait to open that. Tune in for a couple more videos. And with that being said, let's get started with the deck. I want to start the video off by saying we're going to play one nighttime. A lot of our beasties are dark, and this is a dark themed deck, so they're going to be relying on nighttime for their trait boost. We're going to play 11 dark auras. I like to put 2 different arts in here. It's just a preference. A lot of people say that might be a little too high. I think it's a great number. Our beasties are going to be really powerful, so we're going to be relying on the aura power or artifact powers for this. So the 2 artifacts we're going to play are Chaos Crystal, great card. Fatigue, you may cause 3 of any aura type. Next card artifact I'm going to play is a Blood Ruby. Blood Ruby is a wonderful card that allows you to generate 2 dark auras for every time you fatigue it. For the next card we're going to do is 2 bookmarks. I feel these are a staple. You need these to come from behind if you have a bad hand, or usually they come up at least once a game. I want to say they help me get so far ahead. For 1 cost, you bookmark 2 cards. I couldn't say it could get any better. Next card we're going to say is New Year's New Beginnings. You can also play a basic New Beginnings in this. I like this one because you discard the hand rather than shuffle it into the spellbook. And you bookmark 7. This card is just insane. It can mess up an opponent's whole flow. If, say, they got a really good opening hand, or you got a really bad one and you just wanted to something off. If you play Pokemon, it's similar to Marnie. It's a great card. Definitely recommend. 10 out of 10. We're going to play 3 Lightning in a Bottles. This card is great. It's amazing. It awakens Beastie when played for a 0 cost. Next card we're going to play is Smokey Spirits. Great defense card, great stall card. Keeps your Beastie safe. Maybe move this up to 3. I'm not too sure yet. Great card. Take 2 absorb auras. This card is good for kind of keeping the artifacts gone, keep them from getting enough power to bring their beasties out. This card we're going to play is Zombie Apocalypse. This card allows you to replace all beasties in the arena with Fatigue Zombie tokens of 10 life points. Dark Beastie Zombie with 10 life points. All the rest are placed in the limbo. Can really give you some field advantage there. We'll play 4 Death Memes. This card is just phenomenal. It's cool art. You can't say anything bad about this card. It allows you to pretty much just destroy your opponent's beastie. I'll play 1 Power of Bread. I play 1 Power of Bread in almost every deck that I run. This is my favorite art. You can go with the one from the starter deck. This card is just absolutely nuts. Allows your beasties to be stronger, give you that real board advantage. The next card we play is 2 Sinister Shadows. You'll see why this card pretty much allows you to copy any 1 cost dark beastie and make a copy of that make token copies of that for however many, and they have 5 life points. It can give you a lot of power if you're playing this in a tribal deck like Goblin. Oh, goblins don't have tribal, but if they did, like say you could play like a tribal boost card. I don't remember the name for it, but I'll throw that in the description. Then you pretty much have control over the board, and with that we can combo that into our Napa Rebobs. Great cards, really low cost. There's a banana around, then their attack doubles. This is a personal preference card. You don't have to play this in the deck. Wendigo, when it enters the arena, you flip a coin for fear, and the result is tails. You may awaken this page and just go ham on your opponent. Wendigo is my favorite cryptid besides Mothman and the Jackalopes. Definitely think it's fun to play. Jersey Devil's a card I see running around all over the deck techs online. This card is fun. When it comes out, you would start to scream. Probably end up just coming up with the ugliest noise I can think of. Really startle my opponents, kind of throw off the train of way of thinking. Or you can just do a little tiny scream, see if they're okay with that. You know, this card hits for 50, 4 cost, reduces damage. So yeah, pretty great card. Definitely recommend. Ingrid Cold, crazy card. It looks like Giovanni, the bad guy of Metazoo. If you don't know the lore, you can read it on Caster Society, or not Caster Society. I don't remember the name of the website, but I will put that in the description as well. Ingrid Cold allows you to place up to 2 cost Dark Aura Beasties with, 2 Dark Aura Beasties with aura cost that are 2 or less from your limbo area into the Arena Awakened. It's a pretty good card. Ingrid's Gaze is pretty cool. It's really expensive. Definitely a hit or miss card when it comes to endgame. Would recommend putting it in the deck. Not super certain about long-term use. Our next 3 cards are going to be 3 Mothman. They all do different things. The first Mothman, when contracted, you search your spellbook for an Ingrid Cold card. Contract without paying its aura cost. It really brings down that cost for Ingrid Cold, especially with the cost of Mothman. And you get 100 life points with 50 hits, and then Ingrid Cold with his ability. Really cool little combo. Next card's going to be the star of the show, the 3 cost Mothman. Comes out with Fear on your opponents and Petrify, hits for 50. Wonderful card. Super awesome. Definitely recommend putting this in every dark deck. And then just for fun and games, we'll throw in the OG Mothman. He allows you to make your opponent draw Bookmark up to 7 cards, and then you can name any non-aura card in their hand, and if you do, you win the game. If you don't, then you shuffle your whole chapter into your deck, or I think discard. Let me double check that. If this is not the page you named, place Mothman and your entire chapter into the afterlife. So not into your deck, into your afterlife. Definitely a very fun card to play with. Would not recommend putting this in the competitive deck unless you really know your opponent's like strategy. Could be a game changer. As for that, we'll get into the side deck. Our side deck is another Bloody Ruby. Just for that aura cost, you might want to place some of your auras with it. Be fun. 2 Bloodlust. This card is just nuts. Pretty great. 1 Dover Demon. 2 Nightmares. 1 Born from the Earth, just to bring out that nighttime pasture. An Index. I play this in all my other decks. I don't know why I don't have it in the main deck for this one. Vampire Mercy Brown. Besides the sick name, she has some pretty sick abilities. I would probably replace the Napa Rebobs for this one if I could. Just if you want to change the strategy. This is what I was running in my older dark deck. Wasn't really sure what else to put in here besides tech cards, like more Absorb Auras or more Smokey Spirits. More Smokey Spirits. Obviously, you can't go wrong with this card. This card's just wonderful. 1 Adam Ackler as a fun little tech boss. And a Grim Reaper. This card is absolutely nuts, really fun. You may contract this page from Limbo, Cemetery Afterlife. This page, it can only be summoned with Dark Aura pages. And then the attack is the end. It hits for 1. This attack ignores life or affect text boxes. If this attack is damages caster, they roll a dice. If the result is 1 or 6, that caster is not 1 or 6, that caster loses the game. So that's why we have these dices over here. Let's say your opponent rolls that's automatically a loss. Just a fun little deck tag in here. This card's not meant to be competitive. It's just a lot of fun. And if you're a high gambler and you have great luck on your side, then maybe you can pull this off. I definitely wouldn't recommend putting it in anything for competition, but if you want to, you can. Super cool card. Really love the art. The creepy realistic plastic reminds me of black work tattoos. Anyways, and that is it for the deck profile. Sorry I wasn't completely up to date on knowledge with the deck. I'm still learning the game, fairly new to it, but I thought this would be fun to put together for you guys since there's not that much Metazoohq content online. Anyways, thanks for checking out my page. Stay spooky, everyone. Don't let the cryptids bite, and I will see you next time.